I wanted to talk about this add-on that I've been using for some time on and off. It's called Capture Fox, and Capture Fox was developed by Zafia Gurel, and it's a screencasting program that allows you to record your screen and be able to upload it on your website, send it to your friend, and do tutorials as well. Fire Capture Fox is a really kick-ass program. It does so many things. It's a small program, very focused, and it does its job very well. So I wanted to show you my screen capture of this program. The first thing I wanted to do was talk about what these options are and what they all mean. The first one is capture area. This determines how you want Capture Fox to capture your screen. So you could do whole screen, which is your whole computer screen. You could do Firefox window, which is your browser window. That is, if you open your Firefox window, however much space your Firefox takes, that is the window. You could also do browser region. This allows you to select portions of the browser or even outside of the browser. Video quality is really important. You have low is not very good, then you have moderate is semi okay, and then you have high is very, very good. When you do video quality, it's sort of proportionate to the output of the video size, so you want to make sure that you keep in mind the kind of video you select. If you're going to be doing stuff like web tutorial, doing things like showing presentation, I would really just stick to moderate. They should be able to see it and it should be clear. Now, frames per second, this is a very interesting concept, and I'm going to describe it like a sandwich. Let's say you go to a pub and you order this sandwich and you wanted so much, like you wanted cheese, bacon, mashed potato, like this is like a really, really super sandwich. So frames per second to that sandwich means that when you take a bite, you can tell the waitress, like, I want X amount of toppings in that sandwich, per every bite I take. So let's say you take a bite every 10 seconds. So every 10 seconds, the waitress is just standing there and plowing like toppings on your sandwich. So frames per second really says how much image or how much video you want to capture per second. So do you want to capture 1 frame, 2 frames, 3 frames, 4 frames, 5 frames? I just leave it as 1. Also, frame per second, the higher the frame becomes, the bigger the file size becomes. So you have to keep that in mind. So video quality and frames per second sort of go hand in hand. Voice recording, you want to put this on because that's essentially what a screencasting does. A screencasting is essentially you recording what is on your screen to send to your friend, to send to a colleague, or to send somebody who can help you figure out problems you may be having with your computer or whatever. Now, output folder is where you want Capture Fox to save your videos that it creates for you. So I normally just put it on my desktop. You can put it on your My Documents, wherever is most easier for you to find. Next, we go to the second screen capture. The second screen capture shows many things. Now, this is compression settings. There's 2, video codec and audio codec. MJPEG is like motion JPEG. That's what it stands for, motion JPEG. In other words, it's like moving pictures, sort of like Hollywood, like moving pictures and stuff like that. So video JPEG and MJPEG stands for the kind of compression you want to use for videos. You could use this MJPEG, which works fine. There may be some problems depending on that, because it's really, if you have Windows, if you're on Windows, then it works really well because it uses the codec. It's sort of an inbuilt codec. Then you could use Xvid, which is actually an open source program that you could use, which has a better frames per second. If you really want to have a higher frames per second, you may want to consider using Xvid. I've used Xvid before, but I don't really quite like it. It's not very user friendly. Anyway, that's my opinion. But then audio codec, you have WAV and you have MP3. WAV is like your unadulterated um, audio format. It's the kind of audio format you want because it's uncompressed and it has a lot of richness and audio data. For this recording, I'm using MP3 because I think you can just hear me just fine. MP3 is like a compressed audio, and it uses a special algorithm to compress it to MP3. You can use this one because if you're doing stuff for online recording, that's gonna be fine. If you want to do something that is very clear, then you can use WAV. If sound is very important to your project, then just use WAV. WAV is similar to AIFF in Mac. The other option is you can delay. You can, let's say, if you don't want your video to start exactly when you press the image, you can have it start later. The other thing also is you can choose to minimize Firefox window and start. You just click on this button. Output file name is CaptureFox. This is the default file name. When you create the video, it's going to, after the video is created, it's going to come up with a box that asks you, do you want to watch the video or do you want to save the video, discard it, or start again? When you save the video, you will then rename the file, so you can call it whatever you want to call it. But this CaptureFox is sort of like the default name for it. So again, this is what CaptureFox is. It's a very nifty add-on, and you can find it from Mozilla Firefox. Is one of the best add-on. It allows you to do that. I think it's even better than Camtasia, even better than Adobe Captivate, because it's simple, it's inbuilt, it's in your browser, and it really extends the functionality of your browser and how it works and how you work. So I want to thank Zafia Gurul, and I want to thank the people at Vanity for being able to create this program. This program is kick-ass. If you haven't, go and download it, and also if you like it, make a donation. Thanks.